Hi everyone, welcome back to All About the Melody. This video I'll be reacting to Sam Fischer and Demi Lovato, What Other People Say. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Thought when I grew up I would be the same as the ones who gave me my last name.
That line sticks out to me because some people think that they'll be exactly like their guardians, but in actuality it's not just your guardians that make you who you are, it's your environment that you live in and your own personality. Because your personality can be a mix of what they are, but also traits that you take up from the people at school, the people in your neighborhood, and things of that nature. So I feel like that's a relatable line in that way, but I also feel like that's an unrealistic expectation, because as much as you try, you're never going to be exactly like your guardians because you're your own person and you've had to go through things that haven't had to go through, and vice versa.
I would not give in, I would not partake in the same old drugs everyone else takes. I'm better than that, I'm better than that. I'm living my life so I go to heaven and never come back.
That one sticks out to me because of a very personal reason. I would not give in, I would not partake to the same old drugs everyone else takes. My biological mom did do that type of stuff, and so did my grandparents, but because of that reason I became more determined not to do that and not to go down that path and not to make super bad decisions because of my family going through that. I've had to watch what that does to people and watch what that does to relationships, and I'm just not for it. No thank you. Great vocals on Demi's part. It looks like Guess Who is what the game is, but I like how the song title was on the game box, as like you would see Monopoly, you saw the song. So I like that so far.
Look who I'm at, look who I'm at. I'm living the life that I said I wouldn't and wanna go back. I used to call my mom every Sunday.
I like how the personalities a person can have is on the card. So stubborn, naughty, an angel, a knight in shining armor. The personalities for me, when I was going through a phase, my parents didn't know what phase or not what phase, but what personality they were going to get when I got home from school that day. They didn't know if I was going to be defiant, if I was going to be stubborn, if I was going to be closed off, or if I was going to be myself. And yeah, that's my connection to that. I'm pretty sure some of you can relate to it. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. I'm pretty sure I'm not. But yeah, great song by the looks of it. But now I'm all messed up in LA because I care more about what other people say. That's something that I can really, really connect to, because I do care a lot about what people say about me. And it's not necessarily good, because then I try to critique myself based on what they do like and get rid of what they don't. But what they don't like is who I am, my weird Disney phase, my panda obsession, things of that nature that make me who I am. People didn't like, so I tried changing that. And in the end, it just got me to a person that I didn't like. I didn't feel like myself, and I felt isolated from who I was. And like, I don't recommend doing the same because I know it sucks. It does suck. But you gotta learn to take what people say with a grain of salt. And you don't have to take my word for it because I'm just a teenager, but I can tell you that, especially with growing up in the times we are, that maybe you should take it into consideration. Maybe. But that's what I have to say on it.
I used to not take chances with God's name, but it's been so long since I last prayed, and now I'm all fucked up and my heart's changed, 'cause I care more about what other people say. Yeah.
I like how the game has like, what looks to me is like they transformed the person into like an emoji. So like the devil emoji, the nervous emoji, you know, things of that nature. And it's really cute. But her vocals in this part are insane. Demi's insane with her runs, with her different, scales, I think is what they're called. I don't know the correct term for it because I don't get that into music. But her voice is insane.
'Cause I care more about what other people say.
I wish I could shelter the boy I knew from the constant hell I put him through. 'Cause I'm all grown up and I'm black and blue.
I've never listened to Sam, but Sam has a really good voice. Like, I've never heard of Sam before, but wow, he can sing. I really like it.
Use some tape, I could use some glue. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I should be living my life so I go to heaven and never come back. I used to call my mom every Sunday so she knew.
They sound so good together. They do. It's crazy. It's like, I guess the analogy I want to use is like Winnie and Piglet. They are like a little different, but they go so well together. It's crazy.
My love wasn't far away, but now I'm all fucked up out in LA. 'Cause I care more about what other people say. I used to not take chances with God's name.
Okay, I know I've commented on this line before, but I'm gonna do it from a different perspective. So like, you think it's hard living the life you do now when you're out of the public eye and you're like, I guess the word I would use is normal, but when you put yourself in like Demi's shoes or like Sam's shoes, like they're people, but they also have like expectations from other people because of their profession. And like, comments and everything, as much as we say they don't get to us, they do. And with having the platforms that they do, not everyone likes them, and I can tell you that, especially with like the drug overdose with Demi and all the things she's been through. Like, people will always have something to say to you, whether it's good or bad, or it's just neutral. But I feel like because of that, Demi's learned like not to care as much and just be who she is. I can't say the same about Sam, but I'm sure he's done the same. Again, I've never heard of him before, so yeah, that's my second thought on that. But I feel like it makes sense.
It's been so long since I last prayed, and now I'm all fucked up and my heart's changed. 'Cause I care more about what other people say. 'Cause I care more about what other people say.
That no is, it's so good. Their vocals are crazy. Like, Demi's vocals wow me every time I listen to her, but since I've never listened to Sam, it's like I'm double wow. Like, I'm in shock right now. I really like how it's like a game, because people say that life is like a game, and it kind of is, because we're handed certain cards and we got to figure out what to do with those cards. So I like the use of the board game. It's fun. It adds a little playfulness to the song, because if you look at it, the song isn't exactly playful. Like, it has a deeper meaning than that. So I like that they're trying to switch it up a little bit.
I'll be the same as the ones who gave me my last name. I used to call my mom every Sunday, so she knew her love wasn't far away. Now I'm all fucked up out in LA, 'cause
That little part, oh my gosh, like, I know I've said this before, but wow, I'm so glad I listened to this. It's crazy. Also, the Einstein is on point, because Einstein was really smart, but he also had like things that came with that. And when I see the knight, I immediately think Gryffindor, because, you know, the knight that had to guard the common room while Sirius Black was in the castle. That's what I think of. Also, like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm probably saying like a lot, but I'm having trouble with my words. Another thing is, like, with Guess Who, you ask clues and get the little flappy thingies eliminated based on, like, that's not the person. And I feel like that is something we can also, like, kind of do in life, because we figure out what we like and what we don't like, and who we want to be and who we don't want to be. And it's just a matter of finding yourself. And I feel like there are going to be some ups and downs, especially, like, at any age you're at, there's going to be ups and downs, but you've got to learn to grow with it and to keep going, even though it may be difficult, or there may be situations where you don't want to be put in. But in order to be who you are meant to be, you're going to have to go through some obstacles. Also, what does that phrase mean? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not religious, but I think it means that, you know, with being Christian, depending on how like, what extent you take that to, there are certain things you can and can't do. Like, there are certain restrictions, or not restrictions, but there are certain guidelines that you have. And maybe it's that Demi stepped out of it. Demi's, like, done things that, you know, most people wouldn't recommend doing. Like, case in point, the drug issue. But she's gone through a lot, and her family has gone through so much. And I admire her for that, because no matter how much she's been through, she still pulls through. She still is an amazing person. Yeah, she has some flaws, but that's what makes her Demi. Like, we're all gonna have flaws, but they're the little things that separate you from everyone else. So I don't think flaws are a bad thing. I just think they needed to be handled a certain way. Another thing that I want to say is the line, my heart's changed, like, my like issue. My priorities, and I'm sure a lot of your guys' priorities have changed from when we were like 5, or, you know, a little bit older than that, because you grow, and some things like playing with your baby dolls or playing with your Barbies suddenly aren't as important as, like, oh my god, I'm saying that word a lot, as school, or as playing, you know, soccer in the backyard. Things change and we grow, and as I've said, that makes you who you are, who you're supposed to be at the end of the day. But I don't think, I'm learning that change isn't always a bad thing. It's just how you take it. And some things are inevitable in the way that they can't change. Some things you're not gonna like and other things you are. but it's how you take it and what you do after. One of the quotes that I really like is, it's one by Demi. It's, be proud of your scars. They show you're stronger than what tried to hurt you. And I feel like that can be applicable to change, especially right now. Like, there's a huge change going on, the pandemic, and it's caused us a lot of change. Like, it's caused us, we've had to learn how to do school virtually. We've had to learn how to manage, like, online shopping and all that. But it's made us improve in certain areas we would have never thought of improving. So, that's my input on it.
'Cause I care more about what other people say.
That was Sam Fischer and Demi Lovato, What Other People Say. I really, really like it. I've never heard of Sam before. I'm pretty sure if I look at my playlist, I might have a couple songs by him, but I've never really heard of him, and I really like it. I like the story they're trying to tell. I like the visual of the board game. It makes it fun. I really enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys did too. Thank you guys so much for 40 subscribers. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Be sure to tune in next time, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!